I'm at the Arlington AT&T Stadium, home of the Dallas Cowboys, and there has been no football games, and there's no football games here in the near future too. So the cops gonna be busy writing other tickets if they can't get these DUI stops. So here go to Arlington Cowboy Stadium, right there. Zoom in, which is across the street from the Texas Rangers Stadium, right there. All right, now I'm at the Globe Life Field here in Arlington. This is the Texas Rangers baseball stadium, home of the Texas Rangers. All right, so let me explain why I'm here. Even before quarantine, the Arlington Police Department was writing an awful amount of tickets. So now, let me explain what happened after quarantine. After quarantine, there's no baseball games, there's no football games, there's no basketball games. All the bars are closed. The Arlington Police was writing a lot of DUI and DWI tickets and making a lot of arrests while writing those tickets. So the Arlington Police Department don't have no crime. They have zero crime. They write a lot of tickets. They think it's writing tickets. They have no crime. There's no baseball games, no football games, no basketball games. So now when they have no DUI tickets to make, they write a lot of tickets to everybody. They pull everybody over for simple violations and write them tickets. That's how they make their money back. A DUI ticket could cost like $10,000. Driving while drunk, $10,000 after attorney fees, court costs, getting your license reinstated. But now they write a lot of tickets, a lot of speeding tickets, a lot of running red lights, stop sign tickets, all kinds of tickets to make up that money that they are losing from the coronavirus. They writing a lot of tickets to make that money back up. So this is Texas Rangers right here, Texas Rangers area right here. They go to baseball stadium, Globe Life Field, that's the old stadium. So right here, over here. I'm here at the Arlington Police Station. This is the headquarters. After you get your traffic violation or get a traffic ticket or have a bad encounter with a cop and you want to make a complaint, you come down to the headquarters. I'm using Arlington as an example because it's the city I mostly refer to. But at any city, any county, any town, it's going to have a headquarters police station where you can file complaints or request information. Now, after the cop gives you a ticket, for example, speeding, you want to make sure that he was trained in the method that he gave you a ticket in. For example, if he used a LiDAR device, which is that laser, you want to see that he was trained for it and training was not out of date. So you come down here, request a public information request form, put the officer's name and badge number on it, and request the records. I will include a video of that, but you're going to request the disciplinary records, the training records, his salary, and also his work schedule. Everything's public records, and you're able to get everything you asked for. If there's a reason why you can't get it, please send me a message in the comments, or use my Instagram name and send me a message if you don't want everybody to see information. But you can send me any question you'd like to ask. If I don't know it, I will find out. So after you get a ticket by an Arlington police officer, for example, you can go down to the headquarters. And right here, I'm at the headquarters right now. And you can walk inside the lobby area. And every police station will have a lobby area. Every police station will have a records department. And the form you want for records department will be an open records request. So when I get inside, I'm gonna show you the form. It's kind of windy right now, the wind blowing paper around. So I'm gonna walk inside. And it's kind of similar to getting an action report. So you might need your ID as well, but I come here so often that they don't need my ID. So you walk inside the police station. I'm in Arlington right now. This old phrase is record services. Emergency records, same thing. And the form you need is going to be the open records request. Fill out with your information. They go form right here. She gonna take it and give you a copy back, timestamp it, and make sure you get your copy back. You can also mail it in if you're out of state, but I don't recommend it mail it in if you're not out of state. I recommend getting your copy that you turned it in. That's proof that you turned it in. They got 10 days to respond to it. No, thank you, ma'am. Most of them are friendly. The Arlington station is very friendly, but you might get some rude ones at different police departments, different cities. Every city is different. And right after you get a ticket, what I like to request will be the disciplinary records, training records, salary, and their work hours and work days. Because the work hours and work days is going to kind of tell you what day your court date might be on. The first court date might be the parents, but when you get a second court date or a third one, the officer may have to be there, and it will tell you what kind of give kind of an estimate about what day that court date might be on, depending on his work days. So after you give it to her, she'll make a copy of it. Every police station, every city has a records department. And records is public information, depending if the case is pending, you can have a lawyer, an attorney, file a motion to get that video or whatever you need. Thank you.
The 10 business days, I have it listed there for you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Actually, I just grabbed, I think I gave you the original.
Give me the original? Let me see.
I think I did.
You did.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I had the wrong one in my hand. I get that.
That's cool.
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
There you go.
Thank you. So after you get it back, it's going to be stamped with the day that you turned it in. Also, you can ask for the person's name, but I know most of the people's names that work here. But if you turned it in, you can try to write that person's name on your copy. Thank you. All right, right here in front of me, I have an Arlington police car, white, blue, some little red on the side. It don't say courtesy, it don't say respect, it don't say call 911. It just say 911. That's it. But anyway, if you see an Arlington police car, you mostly might see it on I-20 or I-30 early in the morning, maybe between 6 to 7 a.m. or either 8 to 9 a.m. on I-20 and I-30. Sometimes 360, writing speeding tickets because they're trying to catch people during rush hour, going to work or just getting off from working the night shift, and then they go to lunch between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They'll eat lunch, and then they get back out there to write tickets while people are getting off from work. So they get right back out there. So also, and then on night shift, they sit in parking lots. They might sit, for example, they might sit right there, in that little spot right there, while cars are passing at nighttime, so they can write tickets. Sometimes at nighttime, they sit anywhere at nighttime. And then somebody asked me, do they get a bonus for writing tickets? The answer is no, not for writing tickets, but they write tickets so they get perks and benefits. Like, for example, they get a $300 uniform allowance that they don't need. They wear the same uniform every year, but they get $300 every year for uniform allowance. And then they do get a bonus after working in for 5 years. They get a $600 bonus, then an extra $117 for every year after that, tacked onto that $600 that they've been working there. So all that benefits and bonus that they do get, even retirement and paying for retired cops retirement, they get that from writing tickets. Property tax, that goes towards the fire department, that goes towards the schools, that goes for fixing the street light. When they write tickets, it do go towards the equipment. For example, that's how they're able to drive brand new police cars and not old ones. This one right here had body damage. Probably was there for a while. But if a car did hit them, they're gonna file an insurance claim against them and pocket that money. That's why that car is still damaged and now out of service. So, for example, they sit on the highways, write tickets. It goes towards their benefits. It goes towards, for example, this cop right here, after 5 years, after 6 years, they're making $80,000. The judges make $106,000 a year, $106,000. The attorneys, they make $73,000 a year. Everybody gets paid from them writing tickets. The property taxes, it goes towards the police department a little bit, but them writing tickets goes towards everything else. The cars, They salaries, the judge salaries, the prosecutor salaries, the building they pay for, keep the lights on in the building, the equipment, the pens, the desk. They want a brand new leather seat to sit on so they can type up this investigation they're looking into. And they have no investigations. Arlington has no crime. Arlington has no crime. They worry about traffic tickets. You run a red light, you're gonna get a ticket. Nobody robbed banks in Arlington. There's rarely any shootings. There's no straight shootings. There's no gunshots in Arlington. Arlington's strict. They're gonna pull you over. You might go to jail. Sure, I'm risking my life just recording this ticket right here. Recording this video right here. I'm risking my life right now for y'all. Like this video, share this video. This is some great information. But they sit on the highway. A lot of them are not trained. Arlington's not trained to write pacing tickets, but they write a lot, mostly pacing tickets. There's one cop alone. His name is Jared Hawthorne. He's not alone. It's a whole team of them. He's part of the traffic unit, but they write tickets by any means necessary. For example, they're not trained for pacing, but they write a lot of pacing tickets. To find out if he's not trained for pacing, you go in here, you request the documents, you bring that to court. The cop's not trained for pacing. They write a lot of pacing tickets. Jared Hawthorne, for the year alone, for 2013 alone, he wrote $333,000 for tickets. I found it out by requesting the records in this building. Request whatever you need. If a cop writes you a ticket, you get the patrol car number, which will be on the ticket. You get his badge number, his name. You request his information right away. They got to respond to you within 10 days. Now, when it's time to go to court, the court for Arlington is right down the street. A convenience for them. The jail is part of this building. A convenience for them. So just do your job. Request the information you need to request against these cops. And please, please, plead not guilty. Please like this video. Please share. Please comment. Please plead not guilty for every citation you get. I don't care if it's window tints. Plead not guilty. Alright, so now I'm at the Arlington City Court, and after the cop writes you a ticket, there's a court building for every city, every town, every county the cop has to show up to. If you was to plead not guilty, that cop has to show up for that ticket. Now, right after they write your ticket, it won't be in the system yet, so you can wait 3 to 5 days to show up to plead not guilty. And every court building has similar hours. This one is Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. So wait 3 to 5 days, then plead not guilty, or you can hire a lawyer to plead not guilty for you, but you must plead not guilty. And then for some states, they see a traffic violation as a Class C misdemeanor or violation, so you have a chance to have a jury trial. Now your options will be bench trial or jury trial. If you choose a bench trial, that's the judge. The judge is on the same payroll as the prosecutor who's going against you and the cop who wrote your ticket. So don't choose judge. I wouldn't choose a judge. You choose the jury trial and you get a jury of 6 for a misdemeanor charge, which is the speeding violation. It could be failure to maintain lane, following too close, as a Class C misdemeanor. You plead not guilty, you ask for a jury trial, and your court date may be a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later. The cop might not show up. They may dismiss it before then, but you plead not guilty, come down to the courtroom, plead not guilty. Don't get a failure to appear because you automatically lose. Answer the ticket. Don't ignore the ticket. Answer the ticket. Right here, plead not guilty. It's simple. Come down. It's a few minutes of your time. Plead not guilty. Ask for a jury trial. It's simple. Why would you get a failure to appear? Why would you want a warrant against your name? When they pull you over next time, you go to jail. Plead not guilty. Don't go to jail. Simple. That's real simple. And ask for a jury trial and have your day in court. The cop will hate to show up because he could be writing 10 more people tickets versus show up for court. The cop might not even show up because he's out there writing 10 more tickets. If 8 people pay and only 2 people go to court, those 2 people might not even have to pay their ticket because the cop didn't show up because he wrote 8 more people tickets that day that's going to pay. Each ticket's $201 for speeding. That's over $1,000. Plead not guilty and have your day in court. And I like to refer to this book right here. This book is like my Bible, and also I can use it to help other people. But if you get a ticket in any city or any state, there's a book called Beat Your Ticket. This is the 7th edition, and it's written by attorney David W. Brown. and I recommend this book. I paid about, I think, like $7 and change on eBay, but I seen it for $10 on eBay. But it's very worth it though, very worth it. You can either rent it, you can either rent the book from your library, borrow it from your library, your local library, see if they have it first if you don't want to pay the $10. And then if they don't have it, go on eBay, go on Amazon. You can buy the book used. I bought it used, and it got every citation here. Tell you what to do before court. Tell you what to, even when I had just filed the records, it tell you what to do, what you're looking for inside the records. Like, for example, like one cop, he like to pull people over and say that he paced them. But Arlington Police Department don't train for pacing, but he still write tickets for pacing in the city of Arlington. So these cops write 10 tickets a day. They have no problem writing tickets, and they go about their business. But you need to plead not guilty. Go right down to the police station, plead not guilty. Go to the court. After the cop writes your ticket, you go to the court and plead not guilty. Go buy this book. Request the records. They got 10 days. By the time the records come back, you know what you're looking for when you buy this book right here. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Triple Digits. This video is how to beat your traffic tickets, along with what to do after a traffic ticket if you was to get pulled over by a police officer and they was to write you a ticket. So first of all, I'm gonna explain where the cops hide at. They hide under the overpass. They sit on the side of the road with motorcycles, mostly motorcycles. They sit on the side of the road, but under the overpass that's coming up, the cop will hide in the shade to avoid the sun while using their laser, not radar, but when they shoot their laser, like they look like a gun, when they shooting that down the highway, they sit right here in the shade, shooting their laser down. Okay, but this video right here is gonna be how to beat a traffic ticket and what to do after a traffic ticket.
Este es un video de cómo vencer una multa de tráfico, qué hacer después de una multa de tráfico, cómo vencerlas.
Now, cops been writing tickets because of the coronavirus and the pandemic. Cops be writing tickets to make back up their revenue that they had lost from having the city closed during lockdown and also quarantine.
So, todas las ciudades de América cuestan ingreso y así que aumentaron el impuesto a la propiedad, pero verás el aumento de las policías sentadas en las carreteras.
Also, each car, when they sit on the side of the highway, if you see a cop sit on the side of the highway, each car is a dollar sign. And the newer the car, the bigger the dollar sign that you are to that cop.
So, cada auto es un signo de dólar. Cuanto más nuevo el carro es o el alto es, más grande es el signo de dólar debido a la pandemia y a la policía.
Also, a cop is not legally allowed to run your tags unless you had committed a traffic violation.
Un policía no tiene permitido legalmente atrasarse de su vehículo y ejecutar sus etiquetas a menos que cometa una infracción de tráfico.
Okay, and then also, how to avoid a traffic ticket is to get a dash cam, which can prove your innocence in court. Also get a radar detector that can pick up the radar and pick up the laser if they're using that while conducting traffic. Window tints, make sure all your lights work. Use your turn signals when you need to use your turn signals or change lanes. And also fix any broken glass, like if you got a broken window, broken windshield, a broken passenger window, you got a plastic bag or duct tape, fix that glass window so that you won't be an eye, so you won't be on the cop's radar.
So, estas son cosas que puede utilizar para evitar una multa de tráfico. Obtenga una cámara de tablero, detectar de radar, títeres de ventanas fijas o rotas, bajadas y asegurarse de que las luces funcionen correctamente en su vehículo.
And I'm just explaining where the cops hide at. They hide on the side of the road with motorcycles. Motorcycle cop, for some reason they have no problem staying inside the sun to use their laser, then jump away on their motorcycle and chase you down and write your ticket inside the sun. But for some reason, when cops use the Dodge Chargers, the Tahoes, they sit under the overpass in the shade.
Lo que vamos a explicar en dónde se fijan los policías y dónde están muchas de las veces las motocicletas en los radares.
Sometimes the cop would sit on top of the bridge or on top of the overpass, and there'll be a second cop on the ground ready to pull you over with the cop's radio, what car he needs to stop.
So, a veces los policías arriba del puente o abajo del puente en la sombra.
And then if it's two cops that was used to give you a ticket, if one was on top and one was to write you a ticket, both cops need to show up to court.
So, si hay dos policías que le dan un ticket de tráfico, los dos policías tienen que estar atentos en el corte.
It's only in certain areas. It's not like
And right here is another overpass that a cop would sit on the side and try to use their laser. But also, a lot of people get pulled over if you're in the left lane and you didn't get back over when you're passing. The left lane for passing only.
So, ahora, otra razón que el policía les puede detener es porque si están en el carril a la mano izquierda y no está pasando, el policía lo puede parar porque el último carril es para sobrepasar los otros carros que están yendo despacio.
And also, if you were to get a ticket by a police officer, do not just pay the ticket. Do not pay the ticket. Always plead not guilty and have your day in court. Before the court date, they might even give you an offer, but do not plead guilty and just pay the ticket. Plead not guilty and have your day in court.
So, una recomendación que nosotros indicamos es que no nada más pague el ticket, sino declárese inocente, tome el día para declararse inocente, así para que pueda pelear su ticket.
Also, you do not have to ask for the cop's name or badge number because it will be on the paperwork, it will be on the ticket. Don't ask for the cop's name or badge number. It will be on the ticket.
Sin embargo, no tiene que solamente tener el número de identificación del policía, el nombre, porque toda la información va a estar en el ticket para que usted pueda pelear.
Also, at nighttime, the cops will sit in the parking lots on the side of the road waiting for a car to speed by, and then they'll get on the highway and chase them down. At nighttime, be careful, watch the cops on the side of the roads in the empty parking lots.
Y por favor, aparte de eso, estén atentos que en la noche hay muchos carros que están en los parqueaderos de edificios y ahí están ellos vigentes viendo a la gente en que puedan dar ticket. Con cuidado.
Okay. Thank you. And that translation was done by Miss Vet with the Corvette.